Most people dislike working with fractions. I happen to actually really enjoy working with fractions, but that's maybe because I'm kind of a weird guy. That's all right. I'm going to show you a couple different things. I'm going to put up a couple questions here. If we have 2/3, well, let me give you a question that's going to work nicely. Say 5. All right, if I have 2/3 x minus 3 equals 5, well, you don't really have to worry about this too much because the very first thing you have to do is worry about this -3. And by now I hope you know that you have to add the opposite value to both sides. -3 and a +3 go away, and you're left with 2/3 x equal to 5 plus 3, which is 8. What we're really doing here is we're dividing x by 3, and we're multiplying x by 2, but we're doing that simultaneously. What you can do is you can multiply both sides by 3, and the nice thing about this is 3 goes into 3 once, so you're just left with 2x, and 8 times 3 is 24, and now you divide by 2, and you get x equals 12. I'm going to show you another way of doing this question. Same question, slightly different method. The first step is the same. I'm going to add 3 to both sides. I get 2/3 x equals 8. Now I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. The reciprocal is the number but flipped upside down. And this is really 3 over 2. And this 8 is really 8 over 1. And the reason why I'm multiplying by the reciprocal is because the 2 will cancel with the 2, the 3 will cancel with the 3, they all turn into 1s. 1 times 1 is 1, over 1 times 1 is 1, so you're left with your x. It's doing all the steps in one shot. You can say 8 times 3 is 24, divided by 2 is 12, or you can say 2 goes into 8 4 times, 4 times 3 is 12. They're both exactly the same method. This one's actually probably a little bit easier to use for beginners, but if you're feeling confident, you can certainly do that. And like I said, 8 times 3 is 24, divided by 2 is 12, or you could say 2 goes into 8 4 times, 4 times 3 is 12. I'm going to do, well, I'm going to leave this up. I'm going to do one more example, and this is going to be a doozy. And I don't even know if it's going to work, but we'll see what happens. For plus 3/5. All right. Now, what I'm hoping you'll notice is that there's a lot of fractions down here, or a lot of fractions. I'm going to take a look at the denominators, 3, 5, 15, and 5. And I say, well, 3, 5, and 15, the lowest common multiple for all of these is 15. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this entire equation by 15. And the reason why is this. This is going to get a little sloppy, I'm afraid, but we'll see what happens. Let's say oh goodness me, that was terrible. Let's say, well, I'll do this in the light purple. How many times does 3 go into 15? It goes in 5 times. So I'm going to cross out this 3 and put down a 5 up here in parentheses. How many does 5 go into 15? Well, 5 goes into 15 3 times. 15 goes into 15 once. And 5 goes into 15 3 times. And so what's going to happen is all these numbers are being multiplied by 15. So the 15 is going to go away, and it's going to change into, because 15 divided by 3 is 5, the 15 changes into a 5 for the 2x, and I'm going to be left with 5 times 2x, which is 10x. 5 goes into 15 3 times, so I'm left with 3 times 4, which is negative 12. 15 goes into 15 once, so I'm left with equals 3x. 5 goes into 15 three times, so 3 times 3 is 9, so I get that. And take a look. It's a pretty easy question now. I'm going to say bring baby to mama. The 3x is small, well, smaller than 10x. So I'm left with 7x minus 12 equals 9. I'm going to add 12. Oh, beautiful. Take a look at this. I get 7x equals 21. I divide by 7, and I get, that goes away, x equals 3. Ah, gorgeous. Alright, so that actually works really well for me. And that's the only one I'm going to do like that because I'm going to run out of time. So if you have a problem with this, what I would highly recommend doing is rewatching this video. But remember, find the lowest, well, yeah, the lowest common denominator, distribute, and simplify. And once you do that, you're in great shape.